What is that? Who is this?
I thought it was just some dude on, but I thought he was dissing Cody Manson, but I think he's dissing Ouija. Yeah, he is.
That beat is so tight.
I guess there's people like. I guess some people are dissing on Ouija Mac as well.
Okay, it's done. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Guess we live.
Oh. Well, what do you know?
What's up, y'all?
Ah, shit. Oh, let me put my clothes
Now
on.
I gotta trim that. Damn it!
Yeah. Good job.
All right, let's just do it, man. Hit start whenever you're ready.
Let's just do this.
Is it the end of the world?
We ain't fucking around today.
It is the end of the world.
Getting down to
It's
business.
also
Getting in.
the beginning.
We're doing it.
The beginning of a brand new, solid, juggalo world for us all to enjoy. We'll never die alone.
What up, y'all?
You
What
gotta
up,
hit the
y'all?
horn. You gotta hit
Different-
the sounds, and then you gotta hit the horn.
The horn. We don't look. We don't have a Carver here. I was gonna do the sounds, but I'm already fucking it up.
All right, and look, guys, I have to break it to you. We kicked Carver off the show.
We did. We're tired of it. We had a meeting and we asked Carver if he would bring something to the table. We're like, what do you have? What do you have? What are we doing this week? And he had nothing. He wanted to do Night Riders. Night Riders?
Psych.
I said, get out of here, Jeff. No. The truth is, he has an injury. He was masturbating. The thing with Carver is he likes to put super glue on his hand when he masturbates, but he masturbates really, really quickly.
We've never understood it.
Yeah, he says that he's like, no. I know it sounds weird, but it gets me a better grip and I come quicker. And then I'm always done jacking off before the glue dries. So then when I pull it off, it kind of gives me a little of my sadomasochist vibes. The thing was, though, he was jerking off and he thought his girl came home, so he stopped for a minute to listen and then realized she wasn't home and he finished. By the time he got done, his hand was super glued to his cock.
Yeah,
So
he done fucked up this time.
Yeah, so his hand is permanently glued to his cock. I think the glue will dry off eventually, but we don't know how long it's going to be. So
rest in peace, Carver.
yeah, we miss you, buddy. We hope your dick heals soon.
I hope so too, man.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah,
I mean, I need him.
We need you.
need
here,
him
bud.
here.
We need you. So a lot has happened, man.
Oh yeah, you want to give a shout out? Wait, let's do a proper introduction.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Welcome to Deck One Dealt, everyone. My name is Kyle, aka Keezy. If you'd like, you can call me that. And this is my best friend.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my right.
Hey guys, this is just Chris.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us on our show.
Yep, I know. So shout out to Chad, man. And then
Hey, chat. Oops, sorry, I'm working.
Chris is on the soundboard today since Carver is off, so
Yeah.
it's a little gonna be a little kooky.
It's gonna be a little kooky, guys. Oh, Sorry. All right. So anyway, guys.
Gotta take care of that.
Yeah, and I'm just Chris. Welcome to the show.
So right before the show, we were listening to Cobra Semen.
We were listening to Cobra Semen, which for those who don't know is Cody Manson's new diss to Ouija Mac.
Yeah.
See, for those who are uninitiated, what happened was Ouija Mac and Darby on their new album called Onomatopoeia, they dissed Cody Manson. They had a diss track towards Cody.
That's correct.
Where they called him scammer, among other things, right?
Correct.
So then Cody Manson came back with a song called Cobra Semen, which I think he's the Cobra. So maybe he's now the.
I think
in the beginning,
the original
it's
song was
perfect.
called Cobra Toxin.
There you go, Cobra Toxin. So this is Cobra Semen.
Oh, wrong one.
So yeah, this is a Ouija diss, right?
Yeah.
False flag and crypt. I do know Ouija does the CC.
So
They don't do CK.
I won't play this whole thing.
Yeah, we won't. His impersonation is pretty sharp. It's pretty fucking sharp.
Cody's funny, man. I'll be honest. I didn't know much about Cody Manson. I did see him live when he opened for Twisted when I went to Fort Wayne last year. And he was cool. He was doing his thing. I just wasn't familiar with his music.
Bobby Cray went on tour with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
That's
shout
my
out
guy.
Bobby Cray.
Bobby Cray,
Yeah,
shout out.
he went on tour with him.
So I wasn't that hip to him. I know juggalos. A lot of juggalos do feel him. Maybe not so much anymore. But I wasn't. I have no fucking clue anything about this like beef at all. I was so fucking in the dark. I knew it had something to do with a Juggalo Ohio invite or something, but I know that I seen the other day Cody Manson had posted like he was going to go live talking about it. I seen he was on the Spread the Dead guy show, which I don't get it.
Spread the Dead.
Well, it wasn't on the Spread the Dead show. It was the guy, but he was on a different channel. I don't know why. That guy has like 15 different Juggalo channels, and it's just always his face on all of them. That's all I know.
Whatever this one was called.
But nevertheless, Cody Manson was on there talking to the dude, and like
Yeah.
they seemed like they were cool. Like I think they had talked before, but
Yeah.
he explained like, and I watched it. I literally passed out watching it, but
Yeah.
I watched about half an hour of him telling the whole story. And like, I mean, it sounds like Ouija was on some bitch shit, but I mean, of course, you're only hearing it from the
You're
one
hearing
guy.
one side. Yeah. I don't want to speak to him. Like, the story that I understand on both ends is Cody wanted to do a song with Ouija, and Ouija just wasn't about that. Now, Ouija says, in his defense, I just don't like you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do a song with you because I think you're whack,
Cody
and I
Manson
didn't want to.
Cody Manson actually said, we did the song. I have the song.
Oh, he actually
said-
has the song.
He said the only
Oh,
reason
okay.
he said the only reason he hasn't released it is because it was supposed to go on somebody else's album or something like that. And out of respect for them, I can't remember you'll have to go watch him on one. Good luck finding which Spread the Dead guy show it's on, but it's on one
I'm
of
sure
those.
if you type YouTube Cody Manson, it'll come up. You know?
Yeah, but Cody Manson's talking about that shit. He tells the whole story. So go on that and watch it and judge for yourself. But you know,
Yeah.
from what I seen, like I don't know, man. Like I don't know what the fucking problem is. Like obviously, you know, like I already think Ouija's kind of
He's not your cup of tea.
yeah. Okay, let's just say that.
We'll say, yeah.
So you know, that said, like this kind of shit though, Cody making this like trolling ass video where he's like,
Yeah.
dude, that shit's funny, man.
Yeah.
And
he has some good lines in there.
He's got a lot of great lines.
There's some really there's some that are real zingers. You know what I mean? He says something about the only thing C-17. The only thing about 17 is the age of the girls you be fucking or
Yeah.
something like that. Like
allegations.
ooh, allegations. But anyway, I like a good battle. I do.
do
I
too,
like a
man.
good battle. Right now,
I wish
I
Ouija
think
would
Cody
clap back.
Manson has the edge, but Ouija can still clap back and win it.
Yeah, I wish Ouija would
100%.
clap back.
I hope he does.
That'd be great.
Ouija is like that's one of his strengths is he releases music like bop bop bop
Yeah,
bop
yeah.
over and over. So I'm surprised we don't have a song
Yeah, 'cause
already.
He can
You know
write.
what I
He
mean?
can write a whole song in 10 minutes. I mean,
yeah, right, yeah. Exactly, so
where's the diss, Ouija?
yeah, give us the diss back, clap back, man. No,
Yeah.
no Darby. You just come out, speak some facts, man.
This is Juggalo Drake and Kendrick. This is as good as it gets for us.
Exactly. This is this is good as it gets for us. ICP and Twisted sneak diss like
Yeah.
they do. Like Twisted will put some subliminal like covered up meanings where you'll be like, I'm pretty sure this is about that situation, but you can't prove it. And then Jay will share Instagram posts.
Jay posts some fucking meme of a microphone that looked like a dick, and he said the microphone twisted at Twisted's recording studio.
Yeah, it's just like a gold microphone with a ball
That shit
sack
was
and a
funny
dick.
as hell,
Yeah,
dude.
it was funny. I know a lot of juggalos got up in their feelings about it, and I understand that, man.
I don't.
Especially well, look. The only reason I say I understand that is a lot of these juggalos are closer to home with Twisted. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like if you want that beef to end and you just want the old shit back, you want to be able to listen to ICP and Twisted without all the bullshit. It's just another reminder, and it sucks when it gets brought back up when it's like, God damn, I thought we were past this shit. You know what I mean?
Look, take it from me. Like we were all ingrained in the Juggalo family era, like as deep as you could possibly be in the prime of that. You know what I mean? So we felt the sting. We've already felt all that. So to me, like I don't have like actual feelings for it anymore.
Yeah.
Do you? Do you actually have feelings like about like? Where you really wish they would patch it up.
No, that's
get
just gone.
and,
It's kind of like when your parents divorce. That's always a good metaphor for the psychopathic M&E split. But it's just like when your parents first divorce, you're like, oh, they're gonna get back. You know, you always have those hopes they'll get back together.
But
like your dad gets a new girlfriend, you're like, fucking bitch.
But it's always funny when dad makes a funny joke about your mom, about stepdad, you know.
yeah.
That's
as long as it's about
funny.
yeah, but when he's making it about your mom,
Oh, sure.
you know what I mean.
Sure.
And Twisted's like the mother, you know what I mean. Like Jay is the dad because he's absent all the time. he embarrasses us, you know what I mean. Twisted is like the mom that we miss. We're like, oh, I wish they'd come back. I miss
You know,
Twisted.
it's fun.
You know?
It is interesting seeing people talk about, especially when Jay posts that kind of shit. They do get in their feelings about it, and I personally like. I think it's like, man, just let the shit go. Like, I'm not saying Jay just let it go. I think Jay and Twisted, like, they can feel however they want about it. Like, they're the ones dealing with it.
Yeah.
But I think it's every juggalo that's saying, like, man, just let it go. Just drop it already. Like, shut up. Just shut the fuck up. Shut up. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're doing that. If it's funny, who cares?
Yeah.
Are you really getting in your feelings when Jay posts that meme? Or I like I said, I was in the thick of it, and I see Jay post that meme. I still like Twisted. I see Jay post that meme, but I think it's fucking funny. I wish Twisted would
I thought
post,
it was funny.
I wish Twisted would post memes of like Jay and Shaggy fucking each other. and
Twisted
shit.
takes the high.
That would be funny, bro.
I know, but I think that's where those juggalos come from. Is like you see Twisted and they do their show, and they're like, shout out to Joe Bruce and ICP, you know, for creating this movement.
Okay.
And you know they did Marsh Lagoon at their show, and and they played Jay's
But
part.
then they write Demon, like which is literally just a Jay diss song.
I know, but a veiled Jay diss song. You can't prove it's necessarily Jay. Now, definitely, if you listen to the lyrics,
It's a Jay diss song.
it is. You would think, but only from Madrox's point. Monoxide's verse has nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? I don't hear it. If you go back and listen to that song, Monoxide's not really talking about that. Madrox is talking about that situation. You know, holding our albums like cards or whatever he says. But yeah, holding our discs like cards.
Like, my point is like. You can't get mad when Jay posts that meme if you also don't get mad when Twist is sneak dissing on every album.
Yeah, well, yeah, they do sneak diss. That's their thing. They sneak diss. Jay's just more like, bah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is your problem really that it's just childish? You do realize we're talking about rapping fucking clowns.
yeah.
Y'all realize that shit?
Yeah,
that base their lore on comic books and Dungeons and Dragons and
wrestling.
shit.
And wrestling.
I mean,
yeah. You're talking about
the
wrestling
fucking program,
clowns.
y'all. They rap about like their dicks and like fucking beehives and
I put my nuts in your soup.
yeah. Like y'all like drop the fucking self-righteous bullshit. That's all I'm saying.
We're a bunch of clowns.
We're all a bunch of clowns.
We're a bunch of dorky clowns.
If funny is funny,
we all a lot of us, not all of us, because there's also a subset of like thug ass juggalos that are just like wild. But most of us were like dweebs.
Yeah, man.
You know, that didn't fit in anywhere. We had very unique personalities that you didn't fit in with the punks or the rock kids or the rap kids or the preppy kids. You just didn't fit in. And then you found this group of people who you were like, oh, they're just as fucking weird as me.
Of course.
And I think one of the facets of being, especially an old school juggalo, is you got to be able to laugh at yourself.
Absolutely, man.
You know what I mean?
That's
Don't
what I'm
take
saying.
shit so seriously, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think anybody who who grew up like with it probably feel similar to us, but I don't know who it is, like who I keep seeing these posts from. Is it the chapter 17ers getting mad? No, because they don't care if they get twisted. So
No,
it's
no,
not even
no.
the chapter 17ers.
No,
it's
no.
the twisted lows.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I have seen.
There's these weird twisted low people that just get up in arms about
Yeah,
Jay
well,
just
granted,
dissing
but
their
yeah,
people.
I think that is a big part of it. But like I said, you're talking about like a family of 5 kids, and mom left the house. I mean, I keep going to the nuclear family metaphor, but it fucking works for this conversation. You have 5 kids. Mom left. You're gonna have one kid who's like, "Fuck that bitch." You know what I'm saying? She fucking left us. No. Dad goes to fucking work every day. He fucking pays for the bills. Fuck mom. You're gonna have the one kid that's like, "I just want mom to come back." One kid is going to go stay at mom's probably because they love mom and they're like, "Fuck dad. Dad is a shit case." And then the other 2 are probably just gonna be in the middle and be like, I mean, mom and dad are both cool. They're just going through their shit. It's not my fucking business. Yeah. I think in the Juggalo world, you've got that same spectrum, you know? And there's people who are going to go live with mom.
Well, I want y'all
to those people, they're watching ICP from a distance, and they're like, man, dad used to be the shit when we were younger. I remember when dad was a shit. Now he's just a fucking old-ass fucking disgruntled weirdo.
Here's the thing, though, is like if social media was around during Jekyll Brothers, I'm sure you would see some of the same stupid shit that would be disappointing you. It's social media that's ruining it. It's not the people. He hasn't done anything that I've seen that's made me be like, man, fuck Jay. Like some people have made the decision, you know. So
Yeah.
I implore everyone who's not on the side of laughing at the beef to come to the side of laughing at the beef, because while you can feel a certain way about the beef, you know, pick a side, whatever you want, but either way, laugh when somebody posts a funny meme. Like, you don't have to get mad.
Serious. It's not that serious, guys.
That's all I'm saying.
We're all killer clowns, man. We're all a bunch of fucking loonies who like horror, wrestling, and fucking crazy shit. You know what I mean? So that's our common denominator.
Absolutely. Hey, you never gave a shout out.
We never gave our shout outs to the people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We always appreciate you. All right.
You gotta hit the sound effects when you do
Yeah. So we got wacky, don't we?
It's all these random ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So first off, we've got the real Ianco with the dope ass motherfucking. He's got the dope ass emblem, the Isham emblem over there. All right. We got DJ Slug, always showing love. What's good in the hood, y'all? We got. Oh, shit. See? I'm fucking up already.
So fresh.
All right, we got Derek Bruno. You know, he's the motherfucking man. We got Corey Gransberry, Pop Your Cherry. I seen his armpits. They ain't even hairy. I know that's weird, too. See, I'm trying to juggle.
So fresh.
All right, thank you. You're the man. Thank you. All right, we've got Rap Ninja, never a pretender. He was here from the very beginning.
Oh, sorry. Archray.
See, Carver, we fucking miss you, man. All right, just pour some like makeup remover. It'll probably get the glue to loosen up. Arch Ray, number 1. What's up with you, man? We love you, son or daughter, whichever one you are. Sharif, man, I love you, Sharif, man. You the fucking man. Thank you for being here again. Mr. Green, the meanest, the man on the team, expert on the scene. If you need advice or promotion, hit up Mr. Green. Then we've got Stir Crazy Music. Man, what a fan we are of this fucking guy.
Stop it.
We're actually covering his album today.
Fuck
So
yeah,
thank you
Stir
for being
Crazy.
here. You're the fucking man.
Oh,
and
thanks, bro.
yeah, there we go.
And he's saying he's talking about the beef. He's saying facts 100%. You know, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah, I'm just
We don't
saying.
care.
Look, like and Solid Psycho. Solid Psycho, one of my faves. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
please. Sound effect. Yes, horn for Solid Psycho. All right, but yeah. So that was a big moment. You know, the whole the Ouija Manson thing.
oh, speaking of Ouija, do you want to talk about the new Ouija video?
Oh, I know you hated it. I don't hate it, but I don't like it.
Look, I don't want to sit here and just trash Ouija Mac. All right,
Right.
I want to give honest opinions about shit, and
Yes.
you know I'm going to. So, let's check.
Boom
it out.
Shaka.
Boom Shaka.
I think the beat's dope.
The beat's dope. I don't know if DJ Chunk or whoever did that, or Shaggy Darehead, maybe. I don't know. Of course, sampling ICP is dope.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we hear
Boom
Stir
shaka,
Crazy do
boom
it on
shaka,
a
hits.
professional basis, on every other week.
All right. Who's his DJ?
DJ Chunk, he's the shit.
DJ Chunk? Okay, that's like his regular DJ?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to bring up the. Oh, here we go.
I will say this, though. Like, I know you weren't a big fan of it, but, like, he's actually spitting lyrics on this one. It's not just, like, his, the 4-bar sets that he sometimes does where he keeps it very trappy or very SoundCloud rappery. This, he's actually spitting lyrics. Boom shaka, boom shaka.
The video is kind of cool. I like the way it's shot, and I like the obviously the shots of all the cool juggalos.
Yeah, no matter what, like I can fuck with his with this beat and this sample. Like this shit goes hard. And like I said, I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it. Like real review. Like I said, I'll give him credit for the fact that he's actually spitting lyrics on this shit. He's actually rapping instead of just doing that quartet. Yeah. Walking, getting skizzy, that I'm, it's very fucking simplistic where it's almost like 5-word bars.
Yes. All right. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I think it's just boring. That's all.
It's not. Well, let's say it's not. It's nothing that I'm going to hear and I go, damn, I got to hear the rest of this. Let me hear the rest of the album.
If this comes on,
but it's not bad though.
Look, if this is playing while like I'm waiting for a midday concert to start at the Gathering, if this is playing, I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna turn to everybody like, who turned this shit on?
Yeah, right. I'm never
Who's playing this?
But to be fair, I would never do that with anything that Ouija has. I hope I don't hang out with that guy ever. Let me be clear. If we are at the Gathering and you do that, I'm walking away from you.
That's true. All right. That's true.
Whoa, what is that? Ouija? Yuck! Like, yeah.
If you did that about anything they play, if somebody did that, I'd be like, what the fuck?
The only question after that point is what side of the head the bottle is going to hit. That someone is inevitably going to be thrown in your direction. Yeah,
that's funny. But I don't know, man. Like, maybe it's just because I have like this Ouija bias that I just can't break through. But I just watch that. I'm just like, this is just, I don't know what I'm expecting, but man, it just seems boring. I mean, it's just like, are they even like 16s? I don't even know. Like they just seem like short verses.
I think they're like 8s.
I don't know.
Yeah, 8-bar verses.
I don't know, man.
I'd have to count, but yeah,
I'm
I think
just
he's
being a hater, I guess. But it just doesn't. Let's just say it's not my cup of tea.
He's making music for the new scene, and I know they like shorter songs. You know what I mean? That's one of the big things. They like bite-size songs. Yeah, we tend to like if you look at songs from the 90s, DJs would want to flex a lot on them. They'd want to also show their skills. So a lot of times your songs were between 4 and 6 minutes a piece. You know what I mean?
That's true.
There was a lot more production. Bridges were put in, things like that. Now, though, if you listen to a lot of the SoundCloud rap, it's more bite-sized and digestible because the younger generation is more about moving on to the next thing. They don't stick with art as long as we did. You know what I mean? With us, art was something to set in front of you and observe and really digest slowly and take in and I think that's why we still listen to CDs in that way where you want the CD. Yeah. So you can pop it in, start on track 1, go all the way to the end and have that experience, all the ups and downs. You might be bored on some parts, but then you'll hear something unexpected and it'll catch you again. We like those experiences. The younger generation I get isn't as big into those experiences.
So what you're saying is if I listen to a full, which I have, if I listen, I'll get a better experience by listening to maybe a full Ouija album front to back.
No, I did not say that at all. What I'm saying is that Ouija doesn't make music like that. Ouija makes shit for younger people who just want those bite-sized dopeness. Because to them, it's not necessarily about taking a journey. They're going to take this song that they just heard and be like, yo, that's tight as fuck. Add it to the playlist.
Yeah.
They don't. Now, when the album comes out, absolutely, they're going to listen to the whole fucking album. But the main appeal about this music is you drop it, that waterfall effect, like I said, like you're dropping it before the album hits, and then this shit's just going into the playlist of the shit they listen to all the time. I also noticed the younger generation listens to music in the background, just like we did, but more steady. Like I feel like when we did it, we were doing something. Like you'd clean the house, or all right, I'm about to clean my room real quick. You pop on a record. Younger people, like I've noticed a lot of younger people will literally like throw on headphones and just play their shit while they're like just sitting and chilling and watching
all day
TV.
long.
Yeah, exactly. Like literally
Yeah, like
constantly.
my kids constantly have headphones on.
Yeah, and
They
it's
almost
like-
never take them off.
Yeah, 100%. And like I find that's like a younger generation. So I think that's why they like these bite size, because if you're really dealing with one artist consecutively for an hour, they're going to get bored because they're like, oh god, it's too monotonous for them. And I get that. This isn't a critique on younger people. It's just the reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like look at videos. If you have a video that you put online and your video is 4 minutes long, good fucking luck, bro. Good
Yeah,
fucking
that's
luck
true.
getting somebody to watch your 4 minute long video. Now, if your video is 30 seconds long, you're going to get a whole lot more views because people can watch. You know, after 30 seconds, they're like, done.
True
you know?
that.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
True that.
it's all about like that electronics now, like our smartphones. It's all about that serotonin, dopamine.
It just
fix.
it just goes back right back to what we were talking about earlier, which is it's a matter of taste. You know, like there's a little something for everybody, and you know, I think maybe just people like us like aren't into everything you just described.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I hate Ouija Mac, just for the record, but that does mean Ouija Mac does not make music I like.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where I stand on Ouija Mac. Like, and I've even said that. Like,
I
reading
just
his
want to make
tweets.
it might be a fine line to some people, but to me, it's like it's broad. Like I understand. I don't
true.
hate Ouija Mac.
Right.
I just don't like his music.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be black and white, guys. And like I'll read a lot of his tweets or like see him in like clips and shit. And I've thought to myself, like, I bet I like hanging out with him. You know what I mean? He seems like he'd be a cool dude to hang out with. Like, it's just I don't like his music.
But that said, I'm gonna make fun of you.
And
if
that's
you
most
if
his
you
music.
make-
He's
you
made
make
some
a
tight
goofy
shit,
song where
but-
you're like, ooh,
Yeah. You know, just like we're gonna make fun of Jay, Ketamine Jay, because I'm trying to see Bigfoot's dick. I just wanna take Bigfoot and I just wanna put his dick in front of my face and be like, look at that big hairy dick. Have I told you my Bigfoot story yet? Yeah, come on, man. Like,
yeah.
sometimes my grill slides out of my mouth halfway and I start having to talk like this. Like,
Oh shit.
yeah, man. Mad love. But then Mercules, it's been 2 weeks, I forget. There's some older news, but Mercules got confirmed for the gathering.
Hell
he
yeah.
confirmed it himself.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
He was one of. I mean, how many other people got an email?
Not a whole lot. Speaking of Zetro, our home Zetro, who is a dope ass a rapper in
Wish he
the
was my
Juggalo
homeboy.
world.
He's cool as
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. He seems really cool. He's a dope ass fucking rapper. Shout out to Zetro if you ever watch our show. Anyway, he released a song called "Where's My Email."
Where'd you find it?
It's right there. Where's my email? Music videos with the picture.
Oh,
Yep.
right here. All right.
Yeah, he released a song called "Where's My Email."
This shit's funny as hell. Chris was just showing me this before.
Yeah.
Drum steady. Hey, don't forget to check your spam folder.
Jump. Where's his email?
There's Jump in the picture.
He's shrugging. Yeah. Like, yeah. Right. Where's my email? Also, Cartoon Bondurant is on here too.
I've never heard of him.
He's pretty tight too. Isn't he in? I'm pretty sure he's in Core Horror, but I might be wrong on that.
I don't know what that is either.
Core Horror, they're real big Juggalo rapper. Like, yeah. They're fresh. They're pretty dope. And no, I might be wrong about the Core Horror thing, but I think so.
Dude, that picture.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That
Ouija
picture-
got an email. Lardy got an email.
that picture of Jump said he's so funny.
Yeah. He just said there, Midnight Yami got an email. So that means Midnight Yami's going to be at the gathering in some capacity.
Where's my fucking email?
Right. Yeah, man, Jump. You got to get those emails out, bro. I know it's a lot of stress, fam. And that's something that we got to look at. He did just lose his mom, you know what I mean? Like, they are going through some shit. I'm sure it ain't easy, you know what I mean? But
Oh, so you're saying Zetro's email got lost in the mail?
no, definitely not. I don't know. Maybe they didn't hit him up, but if you don't, these are two big Juggalo performers that I personally would like to see at the gathering.
How's Cartoon Bondurant a big Juggalo performer? I've never heard that.
Because, like I
name
said,
in my
I'm pretty
life.
sure that he's in Korra Horror, and if
What
he
the
is in
fuck
Korra Horror,
Korra Horror.
Korra Horror.
What's Korra?
Korihor.
What?
What? Korihor. Korra Horror. Yeah. Yeah, they do like almost like metal type rap. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Look, go back to and look in the. Yeah, see. Yeah, it
Is
is
that
him.
him?
Yeah. But yeah, they do like. You probably not your shit, but
Whoa.
that dude with the beard is fresh as fuck.
Really?
Yeah, he does like a deep voice like that, but he'll do like these singing shits and shit. Yeah, he's fresh as
Cool.
fuck.
I've never seen these guys.
They were at the gathering last year.
Cool.
Performing. Yeah, I actually watched their performance. They did a real good job. But yeah, I think they're pretty dope. Yeah, so yeah, that dude's got like a deep, like nice, like metal voice, but they kind of mix like metal with like horrorcore rap, horror actually being almost like a remix of horrorcore.
That guy seems cool.
Yeah, he's a shit, dude. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they're fresh, so that's what I'm saying. Like, why aren't they at the gathering?
Yeah,
man?
they're cool, man.
Yeah, and they had a good set. They have a good following in the Juggalo world.
These guys funny, man. I like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that. They're cool. I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah.
All right. Horrorcore, more like borecore, ain't that right?
But
That's a DC joke.
yeah,
I don't know, man.
Yes.
Where's my email? That shit is dope. Zetro, I hope to see you at the gathering.
yeah, man.
Horrorcore. Oh, look. Stir Crazy says, Bad Luck of Mission Infected, a song called Core Horror in 2006-7 that was dissing all the same sounding horrorcore rappers. Oh, that's funny.
Cure a horror. Sure.
A Quora horror is somebody just
Quora.
answers questions all day long.
That's all. Yeah, you're just like, Abby, why are you still on your phone? She's like, I'm answering questions on Quora. People need to know about how to take care of fish, and I'm the one to tell them. I was saying, well, you got to think like a Quora whore. If you're good at Quora, you're just really, really good at one thing, and you answer shit tons of questions about it. You know what I mean? Because you have to be an expert on that subject. I think they like check you on Quora, don't
What
they?
are you even talking about?
On Quora, don't
I
they?
don't know what Quora is.
You really don't know what Quora is? You can go and ask it questions.
Oh, no.
Like
okay,
professional
cool.
people.
Okay.
Quora.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me back up. We were talking about, I called it Quora, and then you
Quora.
you
Maybe
switched
it's
to-
my weird southern.
You switched to calling it Cura, and I was like, what? I thought it was.
I didn't
thought
know
that
we
was
were
di-
pronouncing it that weird. You're
I
saying
don't know
what?
how the fuck you pronounce. I don't go to Quora.
Quora?
I say.
I don't go to Quora.
I say Quora.
Quora.
I've
Quora,
never. I don't
right?
think I've ever said that word out loud in my life, though. So
Quora?
I've been to the site accidentally, like when I've Googled something.
Right, yeah, that's usually how it happens.
I don't think anyone's ever gone to Quora.
I was going to say, I don't think there's a single person on earth who has ever typed in Quora.com.
No.
You go to Google.com, you type in something, and it takes
Yeah.
you to Quora, which
Accidentally.
answers the question. Like, you'll say something like,
And it's like some
how do I get-
dumbass giving the wrong answer. Usually,
you'll be like, how do I get my VCR time to stop flashing? And then it'll go to someone who'll be like, if you have an RCA, it'll be a button on the lower right. And then you'll see it'll be like RCA registered technician for 25 plus years. Like, I think you have to just prove your certification to answer questions on Quora. So that means you love your job so much that as a hobby, you want to give people advice about it.
bro. There's some questions on there like, can you get pregnant through your belly button and shit.
Yeah, I know, but then look who's answering it. It's like an actual someone
It'd
who
be like a
works in the
doctor,
medical field. It
Hi,
really is.
doctor here.
Yeah,
Belly
Doctor-
buttons don't work like that.
Right, exactly. If you did have an incision in your belly button, which was directly to the uterus, even then, no, you would not be. They always like go on. They take the extra mile. It's like, I didn't ask that. I just asked if you get pregnant in the belly
All right,
button.
man, I didn't need all that. I ain't
Yeah.
trying to read a book. I just needed a yes or no answer.
Right, Jesus.
All right, where were we going?
All right. Where were we?
What else did
going?
we have? Was
Oh, I know
there?
there's more.
Was there? Let me look at my notes. Was there ICP news? Oh well, we want to talk about the albums, I guess, but
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about the albums. We always do, get everything out of the way so we can devote our good attention. Albums today, we're kind of going to skim over a few, but one that we're really excited about, Stir Crazy, who is in the chat actually.
Shout out Stir Crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Stir Crazy. He's a fucking man. Released the last of his mixtapes. If you haven't been keeping up with these mixtapes.
Well, he said the
they're-
last for now.
For now, yeah. But I'm still saying of this batch, you know what I mean? If you haven't been keeping up with his mixtapes as of late, you are fucking up. He's been taking ICP and Twisted songs, mixing them with a lot of the dopest bands and just songs from the 90s, different collections. Like we've had Alice in Chains, which is the most recent one, Alice Insane. But yeah, we've had the Stone or the Pearl Jam, the Smashing Pumpkins, yeah. The 90s ones with Twisted, which were both fucking epic as
Both
fuck.
very dope. And he's got some other shit on here too, obviously. He's got dope beats, by the way. If you want to buy Stir Crazy beats, he's got beats for sale.
Yeah, and actually, you can look up at the top there, stircrazy.bandcamp.com. So you can go there for all this shit. But all these albums are free. It's like one of those things where pay what you want. So it doesn't have to be free. If you want to give them, a little bit of bread for doing all this shit and spending all this time, do that. But if you don't have cheddar, you still have no excuse not to hear this dope-ass album. He'll literally give it to you for free. So go to that link, stircrazy.bandcamp.com, and get that shit. But this one is my favorite one that he's done.
Yeah?
I've sent this to like 3 or 4 people who used to be juggalos, and every one of them was like, oh, this is fucking dope as fuck. This brings me back.
I really wanted to get Carver's opinion on this because he loves Alice in Chains.
Yeah. I sent it to my ex, Anna. Yeah, because she loves Alice in Chains, and she said it's one of the dopest things she's ever heard.
Oh, cool.
But I think she was just trying to talk to me more, and then I was like, gotta go.
So that was her in.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
It was that tight. It was that tight I sent it to my ex. That's how fucking tight this album is. You know an album is tight when you're like, God damn it, I gotta send it to her. She's gonna love this. Fuck.
Dude, I haven't talked to my ex in like 15 years. I should send it to her.
Yeah, exactly. Just send her this. No explanation. Just send it to her. She's like, what the fuck? And she'll be like, what is this shit? And then it'll play, and she'll be like, okay. This is
Like, I'm glad he sent it to me.
yeah, okay. Thank you. This is dope.
No one would be disappointed. If you sent them a link to this, no one would be disappointed.
Exactly. If they do, don't talk to that person anymore. They're not good news.
They fucking suck.
They suck. Exactly.
That shit rules, dude.
Yeah, what's really tight is I like in this one he used a lot of bigger songs. So it's like songs that I know really well. Like I know every fucking word to Dead Body Man. I know every word to House of Horrors. Schizophrenic. And some of the other ones he was using a little like back catalog shit.
I wasn't hip really to Alice in Chains that much, I'll be honest. Like I never really listened to that shit growing up. I went straight from Keith Sweat and Gangsta's Paradise straight to ICP, and nothing. There was nothing in between.
You had like a little sliver because I remember when we first met, when we were all first friends, we had like it was like one of our second or third conversations. Literally, we were all in a big group and we were talking about like the worst shit we listened to, and we're like what's the secret band we listen to? And you said yours was the Wallflowers, I think.
Oh yeah, I did listen to
the Wallflowers. You said yours was the Wallflowers,
yeah.
And then everyone made fun of me relentlessly for this, but then, and this was when I had first become a juggler, I was like, I listen to NSYNC, and then I remember Shane going, "You're fucking lying," and I was like, "No," and Shane's was Creed, and then I was like, "No, NSYNC, like I like a couple of their songs," and everyone fucking was like, "You fucking lame! What the fuck? That's bitch ass shit! What the fuck? Get the fuck!" Yeah, but I learned very quickly that day that shit is whack. Yeah, and yeah, I it's gonna be me, guys. Whatever. And then I would do that for laughs. I would do the "It's gonna be me," and yeah. So there you go, guys. When I was 13, I would listen to two NSYNC songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had heard like the Rooster.
Yeah.
I knew the Rooster.
Yeah. No. This song's fucking.
But that said, I've only heard other Alice in Chains songs in passing, so I'm sure people who love Alice in Chains fucking love this shit.
I mix up because he was also with he also had another band, Mad Season, I think is what they're called. The lead singer of Alice in Chains. He had another band that a lot of people mix the songs up between Alice in Chains and Mad Season. They're two different bands, but since he was the lead singer of both, and they have very similar musical styles, a lot of times people will call a Mad Season song Alice in Chains.
Oh, I've never even heard of that.
Even though they're a completely different band.
Mad Season, that's a Twisted album.
Really? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called Mad Season. Hold on, I think.
And glue is shut.
Maybe I'm fucking wrong. No, I'm right.
This one's groovy.
Yeah, Mad Season. Like River of Deceit, I don't know anything. Wake, yeah, they had like a lot of huge fucking alternative songs, but
yeah.
TJ Word, "It's gonna be me." Yeah, I used to do that shit and motherfuckers would crack up. I don't know why, but Because I listened to it. It was my way of getting them to stop making fun of me. I went through shit for a long time for that. But hey, man, like I said, as a juggalo, you got to learn to take shit on the chin.
When you were in Mississippi, did other like kids your age like listen to
Yes,
NSYNC?
yeah, and that's why, because I had just come from Mississippi. You know what I mean? Like y'all were like the first people who didn't bully me when I was here. Like coming here from Mississippi, y'all got to understand. Like it's not like we live in a big city like the Bronx or something, but Columbus is popping enough.
Yeah.
So when I went to school and like I walked in, and I came from a very, very, very Christian household. You know what I'm saying? So NSYNC was kind of risque. I remember for the Korn issue CD, I had to trade like 4 CDs because they were Christian CDs. This kid on the bus went through my whole book and was like, this one's all right. Like listening on a CD player, this one's all right, sure. And then like picked out 4 and was like, I'll give it to you for these 4. And like I had to hide it from my mom because I knew if she found it.
4 Christian CDs?
4 Christian CDs for its issues.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. This was before I came. But then when I came to Ohio, like I said, I was just a fucking nerd. And the only kid that would talk to me was Timmy, who was like another loser who was a juggalo. Yeah. And then through them, I met you guys. But yeah, y'all were like the first people juggalos were the first people who didn't fucking pick on me in Columbus. You know what I mean? I forgot where I was going with this. I just got depressed. No, I'm just
We're
playing.
talking about, I don't know, Alice in Chains.
Yeah, Alice in Chains. But anyway.
Oh, you said you were talking about NSYNC. Sharif said I knew a kid said he liked Backstreet Boys. It's like the kid version of I Love Lamb. That's funny, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good one. Well played, Sharif. But yeah, dude. It was a dark chapter. But then, yeah, that's when I quickly learned like everything. I was just lame. You have to hit a realization where you're like, God damn, bro, I'm a fucking lame. And then I learned how to not be as much of a lame through the juggalo world.
Yes.
Or at least how to embrace being a lame. But yeah, man, good times. That was just, I remember that day like a fucking vivid memory because like you guys said it, like Shane's like, mine's Creed, and everybody's like, Creed, they fucking suck, and you're like, find some fucking wallflowers, and everyone's like, oh, they fucking suck. And you know, like Derek is like, you know, it's fucking Derek, so back then he says something like, I don't know, Method Man, or I don't know. Yeah. And then you're like, yeah, cool. And then I remember saying like NSYNC, and then like the quiet instant, everyone was like, and then Shane was the only one who talked. He's like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then everyone fucking
That's so funny.
Yeah, good times. But anyway, back to this fucking album.
Send this right now. Copy a link to this album
and send it to your ex.
Send it to your ex.
Don't tell her what it is. Just copy the album, send it to her,
and
let her figure it out.
And then please post or send us the screenshots.
Yes, if you send us the screenshots,
we'll post them on our Instagram.
Yeah, we'll post them on our Instagram of you sending your lady.
Your ex.
If we get enough, we'll make a small video.
That should be one of Stir Crazy's things. Like I make music for X.
Yeah, exactly. Like every Stir Crazy album that comes out, just send it to one of your exes. Pick one and send it to them. And you'll be known as the Stir Crazy guy.
They're like, why do you keep sending me this guy's music? Like,
you're like,
you'll get it. Just listen.
Yeah, just listen. You'll get it one day.
And then especially
if they don't listen to ICP or Twisted.
Right.
Especially.
They just turn on. It's just like, I mean, it's ICP, I guess.
Yeah.
That's like all they think. Like,
they get on like track 5 and they're like, what the fuck is going on?
Just more ICP.
Why did he want me to listen to this? So you wised up, lady. So you wised up.
Oh man, what else he got on?
But yeah, Stir Crazy has said he's just he's made the last of his mixtapes for now, and I'm sure that's just because like this shit is a huge undertaking.
Oh, yeah.
He's released 5 albums in 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like the dude has basically given for free what a lot of artists don't produce in 10 years of work. So yeah, I completely understand he need to take a break from this, especially since he's getting very little, if any, monetary gain from it. It's just for the love of the culture.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially Stir Crazy, who was in ICB's camp and essentially is now in M&E's camp. Like, it's cool to see him, just being like, I don't give a fuck. This music still rules. So I'm just gonna mash this shit up. I don't care.
Yeah,
I like that, man.
Absolutely.
I like the vibe. He just does what he wants.
Yeah, and he makes affordable beats as well, guys. So if you want an actual producer on your shit who has worked with the greats, you can buy Stir Crazy Beats and have that. Or at least lease them. But that'll cover you for quite a few streams.
Once again, interesting song choices. Wicked Halloween. I like it though.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It makes me wonder like how many other songs like he tried mashing up with this Alice in Chains.
Right.
beat before
Or
he's
like the process in general.
Wicked Halloween. Like I should have invited him on.
Right.
We could have picked his brain. One day we'll invite
One
you.
day. If you're still there, Stir Crazy, we'll invite you on one day, bud. Love to. Speaking of that, I'm going to drop some news.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to drop some news. And
Here
you
we
know
go.
this news.
The news spiller. over
Giant.
here.
Oh, yeah, giant news spiller.
All right,
Absolutely. I'm going to fucking pour that shit
Hold
out.
on, we can get something going. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, all deckheads, especially those from the Discord, such as the legend Sharif, Derek Bruno, Max Rebo, all the goats in the chat, Jester Beats. Next week, we are going to have the great Buckshot on the show. What the fuck? Buckshot? All hell his name. Buckshot the GOAT is going to be on the motherfucking show next week. That shit is like... We had super famous Fun Time guys on the show. That shit was like...
I finally saved up enough to cover his fee.
Yeah, absolutely. And all it took was putting both of our houses on mortgage. It's very hard
Worth
to get...
it.
Yeah.
Worth.
It's very hard to get to Buckshot. You have to go through a literal mob. There's like... It's horrifying. It's very scary. You go into a large warehouse, you walk through, there's all these guys with guns, fucking like...
And if you ain't wearing one of those fucking like mob guy hats, forget about it.
Yeah, they literally told us, hey, get the fuck out of here. You don't got a fucking mob hat on, you fucking goof.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to go get those. We don't have them now because they take them from you when you leave. They say, no one walks out of here with a hat.
Well, yeah, as soon as you walk into Buckshot's office, you have to take it off because you have to be like meek and be like,
exactly.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Exactly. It smells so good in there. It's like leather, mahogany, and the finest weeds.
Yes, so.
You know, like, yeah. But, yeah. So, all jokes aside, though, the man, the legend who we fucking...
Well, I'm live via satellite.
Yeah, via satellite. He won't be here in the flesh, but he's a busy man. He's always on the fucking road working. So, yeah, he'll be here via satellite. But, unlike most artists, he did not tell us there's a strict time limit. I'm not talking to you guys longer than an hour. Most of the time, artists are like, you don't get... Like, FaceTap was like, I'll give you 30 minutes, bro. That's all you get. I'm just playing. I ain't lying on her. She's an angel. I won't lie on her.
If it was like more of a joke number, I would have let that go.
No, for real. She didn't get it. She's like, no more than 4 hours.
You should have been like, you should have been like, face that. She said, I'm only giving you 5 fucking minutes, you grease balls.
Yeah,
and then we were like, but thankfully she was so cool.
There you go. He's the better joke teller. That's what can I say? I learn daily. It's a process.
But no, Buckshot. That's gonna be great.
That is going to be that. Yeah, I'm very stoked for that shit, man. That's going to be fucking legendary. Carver is not here, but one of the things that he wanted to cover was the Night Riders album. Night Riders, we had kind of mentioned it last week, or 2 weeks ago. I haven't really heard much from. I didn't know anything about them.
I never even heard of this album, let alone
Same.
heard it.
Same. I have no idea what the fuck it was.
I thought it was so we were supposed to do a whole album or a whole episode on it, but we're not even gonna worry about it because
Right.
Carver is familiar with this album.
Yeah, and we are not at all.
No, but I did listen.
I
to
was
it.
confused.
I listened to it. And it was very interesting.
It's the kind of album Carver would listen to.
Like I didn't hate it. It's so all right. So
Carver is known for having a very eccentric taste in music, and yeah, this seems like something he would like.
Put your britches on. I'll explain to you real quick how this works. There's a 4-person horrorcore rap group called the Night Riders, and it's spelled KNEIGH.
No, wrong. KNIEGHT.
This has it wrong on here. You're right.
Okay, right.
It's KNIEGHT RIEDUZ.
Right.
And the album is called The THA Underland UNDA land. All right.
So the Underland is kind of like the Echo side, but their version.
So when I was listening to this album, first of all, it's something.
It's out there. it's creative.
This album also it's created. This group seems to be created by Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs.
Yeah.
And his name on here is Silence.
Yeah. Silence.
SYLYN.
Silence, kind of. It's almost because it's almost spelled like silence from what's the game? Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn on PlayStation 5. Yeah, there's a character in there called Silence.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, nevertheless, he made this horrorcore group. Now, what's interesting about this is that this came out at around 2005 ish.
Yeah.
Which is right around the time Crazy Bone was touring with ICP.
Okay. Oh, so
he was on the Wicked Wonka tour at this time.
See, that makes a little sense.
So it's interesting. Like to me, this seems like his way of like trying to like get in on the horrorcore shit. He even like his whole thing is they keep talking about their pirates.
Yeah, that's their like gimmick. Right.
Their whole gimmick is they're fucking
They're
wicked
like
pirates.
wicked pirates that are like coming to like steal like money and.
But it's cool. Like some of this shit stuck with me, man. Like,
But they have like they do the voice change thing, and it's
There's
off-putting.
There's a girl in the group. Her name is Psycho Bitch.
Yeah.
And she puts this crazy voice effect on her.
Yeah.
They all have like weird effects and shit. But
Right. I guess they want to sound like demonic or something, but it just comes off goofy a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Just keeping it real. I was not I never thought I would say this sentence. I was not a fan of this Crazy Bone project. I never thought I would say that. I think Crazy Bone is the shit. Look at.
I don't know what that. What's show this like Asian kid?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Oh, I think it's his Proland Pontilas is the channel, Bone Thugs Collections.
Oh,
So he was just showing himself. He's like, I'm the one who has the collection.
So he's promoting shit. I got you.
Right, I'm the guy.
This song was pretty tight. You can't understand a goddamn single word of this entire song, but it's tight. Just listen to this song, dude. Hold on.
I know. Here we come.
All right, Night Riders, here we come. All right.
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Oh, I didn't even know that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
We drag and corpses like that.
But right here, though. See, she puts that effect in the background. It's like her real voice.
Yeah. A lot of artists do that. Like AXE does that when they rap. Like they have like two tracks. Like one's like more wicked than the other or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But theirs is layered.
Yes.
A lot better.
It's mixed.
This is not wetter. Yeah, this is not. AXE does it to make it almost an effect to where their voice, it makes their voice sound like otherworldly.
Yeah.
But this is like two different voices. Instead of the same voice doing a slightly different delivery to make it sound otherworldly, this is like two completely different voices, and her real voice is.
Yeah, it's like
Her real voice is like.
Yeah.
Barely, and it's like you can only barely hear it. Like.
This song goes hard as fuck, though. I like this song.
I could not stand the voice so much that I think that the like if it would have been like a deeper voice, I could have dug it. But this shit is fucking like.
He's like, we're dragging corpses.
Yeah, I'm saying it's got some tight shit in it, but like the whole concept in general, I was so confused by.
Dragging corpses.
Like I was
Listen
legit
to
like
this guy.
I know. He just raps like he's fucking Satan. I mean,
It's just tight, dude.
dude, the verse itself is tight, but like the effect is killing me, bro.
I don't know. I like it.
Like it reminds me of like the member berries from South Park. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like the member berries
That's
made a
funny.
rap song, bro.
That's actually funny. That's really interesting. The one thing that's funny is there's a couple songs where Crazy Bone does like a guest like verse, like a feature. like it's all, he's already on the song.
I know, but he's like featuring Crazy.
Yeah. He's like rap. He's like, I don't know where I found these N words. And shit.
he like plays the
yeah, he's acting like he doesn't know. He's like in some shit with them. Like,
and like the next, and then he raps like the next verse, like that guy's an asshole. Oh man,
this album though, you can't like if you're listening to this album, you can't turn it off. Like it's so weird.
I digress, or I disagree. I mean, I had very little complications with turning it off.
Dude, I listened to it like 4 or 5 times. I was like, this shit's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Listen to this shit. It's got like heavy metal like guitars and shit. Is this Crazy Bone?
I think that was Kid Rock. Bam with that bam. See, right here, the chick is not using that effect, and it's way tighter.
Yeah.
I wish they didn't do the effect. I
This
feel
might
like
not be the
Crazy
shit.
Bone.
This might not
I
be
feel
the
like
shit.
Crazy Bone was like, hey, Wody, everybody sit down. I got, hey, you know them clowns we touring with? I got their CD. Let's listen to this shit, Wody. And then they heard one song where they like did the effects, and then like Crazy was like, yeah, Wody, I fuck with that. That shit's dope as fuck, man. I'm gonna put that shit on an album now. But he just wanted, like, he did it in a whole song, and he didn't realize they only do that in a small fucking section.
Yeah.
Because they'll say shit like, you know, Rinky Dinky, suck my Twinkie. You know, like
Yeah.
ICP does that type shit. But yeah, like, sorry if I hurt your ears.
Yeah, it did,
Those
but-
headphones, listeners.
I love that keeps
mine.
showing this dude just blowing out smoke.
He's like, oh, I'm making the video. I'm going to be in the video that I post. And it's always like splashed in with album covers. Yeah, he's just like,
Yeah.
"Bloop."
There he is. Prolian Pontius.
Yeah, you're a legend, Prolin.
We like you, man. You're
Yeah,
the shit.
Pontius.
Thank you. Hey, he's archiving shit like this and keeping it alive because this is not available on streaming.
No, absolutely not.
From what I read, this album was like it's done like mixtape style. I think this album was like a bunch of singles that they had done like over the course of time, and then they just kind of threw it together. Is my understanding.
Okay.
Because there's even a couple songs where they rap on like an AC/DC song or some shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know you can't find this on stream. Because right when he suggested it, I was like, what?
Yeah.
And he was like, Night Riders. It's like a horrorcore group that Crazy Bone did. And I was like, I've never heard of this. Like, you know, I'm not an expert, but I like to consider myself well read on hip hop, and I haven't even heard of it. And I was like, shit, I love Bone Thugs, so yeah, let's listen to this shit. I went on Spotify, couldn't fucking find it. Went on like, that's it. And then, yeah, I mean, I go to Spotify, and then I told him like, yo, it's not on Spotify. Am I spelling it right or whatever?
Like,
And
no,
then-
you're not spelling it right. Of course you're not.
Of course you're not. Yeah, it's spelled in literally the weirdest fucking way possible.
Yeah. That's so funny.
I'm sure he has some reason for that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there's
he's
the
like,
show.
he's like, I spelled it Night Riders. Ride is like die because we ride to die. So it's riders, baby.
It's probably
And
just
then
because he
night-
didn't want to get sued by David Hasselhoff.
David
Knight Rider.
right. He's like, they're not getting me on trademark, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's where I think he went with it.
They think they gonna get me up in a court and get me wrong, motherfucker. Better get it going on. They never gonna get me in court. No. You motherfuckers think that lawsuit's gonna stick, but I tell you, no. I spell it a different way, so you fucking hoes won't go.
This song, I like this shit though. Like they do like little skits. Like this song, like they're gonna die here. You know, like it's cool, man.
Not liking it. Yeah, that's definitely Crazy Bone.
Yeah,
Like turned up, like pitched up.
yeah.
Fuck 'em. I mean, I get they do sound like a bunch of demons like rapping. It's just not something I'm wanting to fucking listen.
It sounds like
to ever.
if they made a gangster like Nightmare Before Christmas album.
Yeah, I like their outfits because the one dude is dressed like a fucking puppet master character. One dude is like witch doctor, maybe. I don't know. Crazy Bone
They're
is
pirates.
vampire, and then she's Whiteface. I guess that's vampirist. Maybe. I don't know.
Is this her? She's this one here, right?
Yeah,
Which one's crazy? You think this one?
I think that's crazy.
The one in the middle?
Yep. I think crazy. They're like, so crazy. What are you? I love how his bandmates talk like this, but I'm sticking with his voice now. So crazy. What do you want to dress up as for the album cover? And he's like, I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna put a red ribbon in my hair.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like.
I was trying to see who the group was, who was in it. There's
Cleveland, Ohio, obviously.
Psycho Bitch, Deadly Whispers, Silence, and the Widowmaker. All right, so
Right.
look, Silence was Crazy Bone. Psycho Bitch is Larice. Deadly Whispers is Sin of Graveyard Shift.
Yeah.
And the Widowmaker is Mo Hart of Poetic Hustlers.
Mo Hart, a poetic. Okay. I don't know any of that.
It says the group.
I know Graveyard Shift. I've heard of Graveyard Shift.
The group released tracks on various albums between 99 and 2005 before compiling them and more onto a mixtape entitled The Under.
Oh, okay, cool. There you go.
There he is.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actual crazy because he has no effects. He's just rapping as himself. Best part of the album.
He's like, they're kind of scary.
See these ninjas in the daytime, not once.
This song goes hard as fuck. If the Juggalos knew about
tight.
this song specifically, it would have hit.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know. I don't know if the whole song, but that part was dope. I said the group as itself. It's not my cup of soda.
Well, this song, Monster Jam.
Oh, I remember this. This is corny.
This song
I think
is
this
corny
shit
as
is
fuck.
corny as fuck, bro. Yeah. Yeah, this is corny. Play this in your new neighborhood.
Crazy rascals, hey, we act like that. You're really not acting at all. You were mistaken. This is real. No, you're not dreaming. No, are you having a nightmare? It's nice we blend in with the wind, and it's in from nice air. You might get scared. Wanna turn around and go back, but nope, it's too late. Close the gate.
Oh my gosh. This is like, I feel like this is a workout song for people who are only going to go to the gym for a week.
Yeah.
I don't really want to be here workout song.
Like, this song gets me hyped.
Like every once
Turn on
in
Monster
a
Jam.
while, Jay will crank out one of these.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every once in a while, Jay will make one of these on an album. And you're like, what the fuck are they doing here?
That's true.
And it was just because,
got
he listened to something on the way home from the gas station, and he was like, I want to make this.
You got to get it out of your head, man.
Right. Dinner for Crows. Let the Face. Oh, that's the whole album. Okay, I got you. Dinner for Crows. Well, glad you're good pick, Carve.
All right, let's go.
No, I miss you, Carve.
We get it. Do you want to look at Cryptic
Yeah, we get
Collection?
it. Yes, Cryptic Collection 5.
I'll be honest, I didn't even bother listening to most of it because I listened to like a couple tracks and I got kind of bored, and then I just went back to listening to Ritz.
I'd already heard a lot of the tracks too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Because like they had released I think all of them
Well, they've-
on like little
yeah,
sections,
they've
right?
been releasing them in like little bits.
Yeah, like three-pers.
Little threepers.
I don't know if that's a real word.
Little threepers.
Yeah, threefers, fourfers. You get little mini bite-sized candy. Little Sorry. Yeah, I know.
Sharif, Night Riders is not parody, I don't think.
No, I think that was real. I think that he went on tour with ICP. He probably looked out at the sea of people in every city, because at that point, like, you guys aren't going to get this because you're not from Columbus, but we have like multiple venues here. ICP usually came to the Newport Music Hall, and this was like a medium-sized venue. It's usually where they do JCW when they're here. It's decent size, but not huge. For this tour, though, the Wicked Wonka tour, they were at the Promo West, and that had like a large like lawn area, and it was filled up with Juggalos. They probably sold twice as many tickets during that tour as they would for another show.
Yeah.
So granted, Bone Thugs was coming out and probably saying to themselves like, God damn, what the, looking out and seeing how many painted faces there were. This was at ICP's peak too, in my opinion. This was like the peak of the Family era,
Yeah.
like Wicked Wonka tour.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think he just saw this and said, yo, I'm going to give this shit a try. I'm going to try to do horrorcore, but in order to make it different and not like thug shit and just sound like another Bone project, that's probably why they did all the sound pitches and shit.
Yeah.
I would think, but I don't know. That's just a guess.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I was listening to this. Like I said, I listened to a few tracks off this Cryptic Collection. Oh, you know what? I went from listening to Cryptic Collection. I started listening to Underground Avengers.
Yeah, Buckshot shit.
Which, by the way, Buckshot's coming on next week. If you didn't hear,
Yeah.
and he does have a new album coming out with the Underground Avengers that you can
Right.
go pre-order now.
And the Underground Avengers, for those that are uninitiated, is him, Class, and Boondocks, yeah?
Yes. So go check that shit out. I kind of slept on the Underground Avengers. As you know, I slept on Buckshot for a long time, but
Yeah.
been getting hip over time.
Thanks to this show. Thanks to
the show.
Thanks to the show and all the wild cards and deckheads.
People insisting I listen to certain shit, and I do, and then I'm like, oh, you were right about that.
Yeah.
That happens
And there are
sometimes.
times, there were some projects that Keezy or even, I think even a couple that we would hate on at times. But then once we started listening to them, we're like, okay, we were wrong.
Absolutely.
And this shit's tight.
So listening to
I hated a lot on Darby when I first saw him, but I think Darby's tighter than Ouija now.
I mean, sure, that's not hard, but
We're haters. Anyway.
no. No haters. But one thing though, I don't know where I was getting. Oh, with Buckshot coming on next week.
Yeah.
New Underground Avengers. Go check that shit out. I was listening to. There's a song on the end of.
Nice weed.
So they did a song. They did an Underground Avengers album that was released through M&E. Did you know that?
I did not know that. No.
So the second one they did, I think, was released through M&E, and it's cool. It's very dope production. All their albums have dope production shit, but there's a song at the end of that has it's one of the dopest underground like cypher songs I've ever heard. And
Yeah?
I've slept on it.
Oh, you're talking about Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song is so tight.
Yeah, that shit is nasty as fuck.
It just keeps going with dope rapper after dope rapper after dope
I would
rapper.
recommend listening to it as an underground rap fan, but don't look at who is on it.
Yeah.
Just let it surprise you as
Yeah.
it comes on.
You'll be like, oh,
because it
shit.
blows
Oh,
your fucking mind over and over. You're like,
Yeah.
what?
That's a great
They got
way to
him
do it.
on here too? What? They got him on here too? Like, because they really have like, I'd say 80% of the dope top roster in
Yeah.
underground like Juggalo rap.
What's cool is there's one of those songs on like each album.
Oh yeah? I did
Yeah.
not know that.
So like there's
Okay.
like there's one on the first album that has like I can't remember all of it, like Whitney Payton and Mars and Kung Fu Vampire and shit.
Oh, okay.
You know? It's pretty dope.
Yeah,
Back-
Buck's got pool, man. That's what I'm saying.
He does.
He's a great.
he does Buck of the shit.
He's a legend.
I'm going back to Cryptic Collection. I don't have shit to say about these songs, I'll be honest, because I don't know where these songs came from. Part of the charm in these albums, these Cryptic Collection albums, is knowing like what they got scrapped from or why we're just now hearing
I
them.
agree. Yeah. The
Like, just-
stories that go. It's like just like Forgotten Freshness. You
Yeah.
want to read along and see like where they came from.
Like just hearing this song now, like to me when I listen to Twisted, like I don't hear like the eras like when I listen to ICP. So when I hear a Twisted song that I haven't heard, even if it's from 10 years ago, I'm just like, oh, sounds like
Yeah.
a new Twisted song, I guess. I don't know that it's old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. So that said, like listening to this Cryptic Collection 5, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, because you don't know any of the stories that came with it. So these songs could be anything. You have no emotional connection. It's nice when you go, when they say, this was the one single from the comic book, from Astronomicon year 1,
Right.
that only the visitors of the booth got.
There you go.
And then when you listen to it, you're like, oh, shit, nice.
Yes.
And you're going to be more excited for that song because you know, okay, this is where it's from.
Because out of context, let's keep it real. Like a lot of these songs that end up on these Cryptic Collections and Forgotten Freshnesses are usually mid songs. That's why
they weren't released.
Exactly. So you got to give me a reason to think like, okay, while I'm listening to this, and not to mention when I go to listen to this album, I already have it in my head that all of these are gonna be mid songs.
Yeah, right, because you've heard the other ones. So you're like, okay.
So without
And we're at 5.
Without the story, like I just don't give a shit.
Also, yeah, once you start getting to your number 5s and 6s on your collections,
you're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
You're scraping the bottom of the barrel for your older shit, and it's mostly just newer shit that you
Or
didn't
remixes
use.
or-
Yeah, or remixes, exactly. You get a lot more of those.
Dude, Twisted was doing that by Cryptic Collection too.
Cryptic Collection too. They're like, we're out. I mean, but to be fair, they dropped Cryptic Collection 1 pretty fucking early in their
Yeah,
career.
they did, that's true.
Like most art.
That was like their second album. Was their like scrap songs.
And I mean it was shit from House of Crazies
Yeah, that's
they
true.
liked, and
I think that's mainly what it was though. It was almost like a best of House of Crazy.
what was their group with Blaze? Infamous Superstars Incorporated.
SSI.
ISI. I think it was
ISI in this
Infamous
bitch.
Superstars Incorporated. I think.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It never popped off.
Yeah. No. Hell no. They
But
didn't.
those songs that were sweet.
But that was the start of Twisted. Yeah,
Right.
that was the start of Twisted.
Yep.
But then,
Our-
from what I understand, I think Jay was like, I really like you guys, but I don't like that guy. And then, like, basically told him, I'll sign you two, but I'm not signing him. They kicked Chris out of the group. Then changed. And then they got told, like, you have to change your name because ISI is fucking whack.
So they had already kicked ROC out of the group.
Yeah.
And they had to go kick Blaze out of the group.
Well, because what I understand, ROC was House of Crazies, and then when ROC broke up, they got in a group with Blaze. That's ISI. And then
I assume they never even like popped off doing anything with that.
and then like they had just started the project. They made like a demo. They brought it to Jay. Jay listened to it and was like, I like this. I don't like that guy, basically. I mean, not like dissing on Blaze, but I think literally Jay was just like, I don't think he's right for the group, so I want to get rid of him. And then secondly, you have to change your name, and I have to come up with something better. And then that was the deal. And they were like, okay, cool. And they signed, and they went for it as Twisted. Yeah, so
but you know,
history.
Blaze and ROC came back, you know.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they came back. And
No hard feelings.
And that was one of the literally that was the first thing Twisted did when they got momentum in Psychopathic is they were in Jay's ear like, hey, Blaze should come on. Blaze is the shit. But, you know, or our friend Chris should come on. He's the shit. He can fucking rap. Yo, listen to. And I'm sure they were constantly showing Jay shit until the point Jay's like, yeah, here, bring him in. Let me talk to him. You know. Yeah. And then that's when they came up with the gimmick of you dead homie and all that. Like, well, you have like an old school flow, and that's probably why he didn't think it would fit with Twisted, because Blaze does have like an old school kind of like almost late 80s style flow. And then, but it did work as its own act. It just didn't work with them two, in Jay's opinion. And you know,
I get that.
I'm sure he had that vision right away. Like, oh, I know, we'll make you guys like the wicked version of like the.
Jay makes a very good Vince McMahon.
Yeah, exactly, and that's all he is. He's the Vince McMahon of the horrorcore world. There's a lot of dope at wrestling. If you want to see the dope wrestling, maybe you go to ECW or something. But you always got WWE leading the pack.
I mean, look at it like this: Twisted, Blaze, Boondocks. I don't know about ABK, but they all got their gimmicks from Jay, right? And they're all still sticking with them.
Yeah, they're WCW right now, and Jay's rubbing WWE. It's not in their best years of WWE. WCW right now is going through their NWO storyline, so you know what I mean. There's some tough competition going on there, but WWE can always snap back. You know, they can always snap back. They can always get it. Me personally, I'm an ECW fan.
Wait,
you know?
so does that make Ouija Mac Cody Rhodes?
I would say like LL. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Ouija Mac is Cody Rhodes. Yes.
He's the one that's going to revitalize the.
Right. I'm an ECW guy. Like Cam Zoo, I figure LLE and like, you know, the underground scene, all that would be like your ECW. You know what I mean? That's like your hardcore wrestling.
Yeah. Like for the true fans.
Yeah.
Down underground fans.
Right. When you want to see some people getting body slammed on barbed wire, you go see the real shit. You know what I mean? When you want to see pretty people in storylines. Well, see, that's weird calling psychopathic pretty people, but whatever.
Baby faces.
Baby, when you want to see gorgeous men.
That's the wrestling term, is baby face.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. Boot faces?
No, I don't know. Something
heel
like that.
faces?
Heels and baby, I don't know. Something like that. Nice guys. Good guys and bad guys.
Vinny is in the chat. Vinny, what is the name for a good guy in wrestling? We know that the bad guy is the heel. What is it, the face?
I think it's the face.
I think it's the face.
Yeah.
I think it's the heel and the face.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Because you have the face getting kicked and the heel doing the kicking. You know, good guy, bad guy.
Yeah.
There might be other names for him, you know what I mean? Babyface. Derek Bruno says babyface. Okay, thank you, Derek.
So what do we think? What is it? Wait, let's go back for a second. What was Monoxide just doing? Hold on.
The fact this shit is whacking and whacking and a whack in the back with a handful of thumbtacks and like some fucking
It's whacking and whacking and a wagon of thumbtacks in the back of a Cadillac with a sack of tack.
Dude, that was a one take right there.
Right. They're like, hey, Monoxide, I need this fucking verse. He's like, God damn it, man! I told you I'm trying to play this fucking game. Here, hold on. Get on the whack, whack-a-mole.
Oh shit! All right,
Dude, go.
this song's got Jaron Benton on it. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, he rolls around with Tech Nine.
Oh, okay. I think he's like Hobson's people, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think he does fuck around with. Well, I'm pretty sure he rolls with. Maybe I don't know if I'm thinking of the right person. Let me look.
Vinny said, "Good guys are the face and the baby face. The bad guys are the heels and enemy, rival, or just bad guy.
Nice, thank you, sir.
And
Thank
the
you.
and the enemies are just the bad guy."
Got you. So Vinny is the fucking expert on wrestling. Thank you, sir. We know that if we need good advice, we fucking hit up the boy Vinny. He always helps us out.
I've heard this song before. Where did I hear this before?
Probably
See,
on
that's
one
what
of the
I'm
released collections they dropped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've released almost.
See that?
I think all of these,
We're-
but
we're-
I know for a fact almost all of these. I've heard.
So they were trying to do
two-thirds.
that was almost a waterfall method. Would you say?
Kinda. I call it more of a leeching more money method. I mean, cheers. But when you release 4 collections and then 1 collection, you get to sell the same songs twice.
Interesting.
You know, so you're putting out that first collection of 4 songs, right? You sell it for a lower price, and you get to sell the same songs twice. And
But
then
who are
when
they
the
se- where-
Cryptic
who's
Collection
buying
5
them?
comes out, you get to
Who's
drop it.
buying them?
Us,
We are.
Juggalos. Do they sell Cryptic Collections?
I don't know.
Yeah, people.
Well, they do have this.
Juggalos are collectors.
The whole album is up for sale, but I don't
know
know if
that
they
is.
sold it prior.
So
I
the
don't know.
earlier, so the collections like the threefers, they didn't sell.
I don't-
know why I keep calling them threefers.
I think those are.
but
just,
I like that.
Yeah, I
word.
do too. I think they were just streaming.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Vinny says, "I need to make a return to the D1D podcast."
Yeah, like a gathering of the Juggalos kickoff or something like
Oh,
a week
absolutely.
or days before the 100%. We are. I will 100% write that down into like the plans after Camp Zool. Up until Camp Zool, we've got a. Which I don't know if you know what Camp Zool is, Vinny, but Camp Zool is AXZ, SFFTG, and Sun. Like they're all on a label called LLE, and they run their own mini gathering, and we're going to that in June. But yeah, if you wanted to go to that too, that's in Marion, Vinny. That's 125, and it's in Marion. Yeah.
Right, it's right near Vinny, I think.
Yeah, really?
I think so.
Is Dayton by Marion?
Is it in Marion? It's in like Williamsburg. or some
Williamsburg, it
shit.
is? Oh, okay. No, yeah, I don't know. I don't know all these
I think it's
things.
near Vinny.
It is? Good. Well, if it is, see, there you go. You could drop by, fucking kick it with Juggalos again.
Yeah,
Think
man.
about it, man.
We'll have to get some
Camp
peop-
Zool
Ooh.
with an X.
You know what we'll have to do is get some people that are here just in town that weekend and bring them back here and do like a special show or something like that.
That would be really dope if
That'd
we
be
could.
cool.
Yeah, if people would be down for that, you know? Like DC.
Yeah, get DC live in studio. Oh, if DC comes.
Yeah.
Oh, if he comes to Zool,
He said he's coming to Zool. He might make a trip. You know, you never know. Like on its way home or something. Who knows? I keep feeling like I'm doxing people.
yeah, on his way home to 232
on his way home to his
Spruce Avenue.
I've got his phone number here. Let me call. Here, put up my. Where as I dial the number, put that up live on the screen for everyone to see.
Oh shit! All right, this song I don't know what it is. Don't care. It has Lex on it. That's cool.
Lex is a fucking man. Yeah.
He has a new song with, or his debut song on LSP. Did we talk about that already?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we covered that. He fucking killed it.
Yeah, that song was sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Gotta be
hey.
somebody gonna go in hey, bada bada bada, hey, bada bada bada.
But yeah, Vinny, I'll hit you up on that, buddy. Once they drop the lineup of the gathering, which I'm guessing is going to be mid-June. That's usually when it is.
Oh,
They
it'll
start
be
dropping
mid.
Shit. Yeah, mid-June or early July. You'll come. We'll invite you out, and we'll have a gathering pre-show party. Talk about the acts and everything going in the gathering, and have a good one for all the dickheads. Song was pretty tight.
I mean, I'm interested. This song has been the first one that's actually gotten my attention.
Yeah. This has a very twisted sound to it.
Yeah. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, the hook isn't as good as the verses, but still pretty good song. And I said, blip, 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 blip.
I mean, they're spitting.
Hell yeah.
I don't hate this. Did you see where Jay? Oh, we did. You know what? We didn't talk about Jay on what podcast did he go on?
On the Willie D podcast, man. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
a fucking good one, bro.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, it was a good one.
But I know Carver was saying that Jay was getting like deep into some shit on that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think Willie D's going to be one of Jay's idols.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be on his P's and Q's. Jay seemed like tired, like a little, like, I don't want to say fucked up because that's the wrong, like, vibe I was getting, but he seemed like real tired, like almost like his age was showing. You know what I mean?
I see.
Like, I don't know what he was working on. Maybe he was like literally somewhere else working or something. But yeah, he looked like tired, like he hadn't gotten a lot of sleep. Like he had that like kind of,
Yeah.
kind of look to him. But that's the thing. Like Willie D knows his shit because they have had lots of run-ins with ICP. I think they've performed the Gathering like 3 times. I know 2, but maybe even 3.
Okay.
So they've been at the Gathering a few times. Like, I'm pretty sure they hang out outside of, like just personally as friends or whatever. So they know a lot. And as you're watching the interview, he's asking questions I think that juggalos would want to ask more so than the shit you normally get, which is the same fucking questions. So you guys have built an empire out of your merch line, right? Man, you guys, dude, what's your numbers like on merch? So you guys have a festival every year called the Gathering of the Juggalos. That's a crazy festival, right?
What's the Fago all about?
Dude, so what's the Fago? Do you guys get a cut from Fago or anything for all that pop that you use at your concerts?
Fred Durst.
Fred Durst, what happened? Why were you kicking Fred Durst, man? So, Juggalos, man. Juggalos are devoted, right? Wacky bunch. What was up with the FBI? Yeah, it's the same fucking shit.
Same talking points. Yeah.
So at least with him, you got some new shit. Like he was like, so, Willie D be like, so man, I heard you almost lost your life at a wrestling event. And he'd be like, yeah, man, I was doing a moonsault. I came off the top rope and I landed on my neck, man. It's fucking gnarly. Yeah, you got to think about things like that. We got kids at home, man. You got to think. Them kids, man, they need you to come home, Jay. They need you to come home, man. I know, man. That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, he was asking a lot of, like, the good questions, I'll say. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I
that's
don't spoil it
dope.
for nobody. I'd say go look. They got little, like, bite-sized clips, like, on YouTube, like 10-minute clips. So you can watch all the highlights. And Willie D's doing a good job on his channel of
definitely
breaking them
watch
up. But
I did watch.
so far, the only place I can find the whole thing is Spotify. If you want to listen front to back.
Really?
Right now on YouTube, it's just clips.
That's
You can't
annoying.
watch the whole thing, yeah.
I'll definitely check that out. I seen Jay was. Did we talk about him on the Dan Severin podcast?
I don't think so. I don't think I watched that.
I watched that one.
Okay.
That one was good. Like Jay looked good on that. Like it was via satellite, but
That's usually when he's at best. Like
yeah, he
I
was
think
like at
most,
home, But I was actually surprised with like how well versed Jay was with Dan Severin and like UFC and shit. Like
Yeah.
like Jay likes MMA. Like I didn't even know that.
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
I knew he
that's
liked
dope.
wrestling, obviously, but
Right.
he follows MMA.
Oh, I didn't know that at all either.
Like so, it was interesting. Like him and Dan Severin definitely had like a mutual respect for each other, and
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool, But Dan Severin, like, I didn't realize how big of a deal he was. I guess, but like, he's very, very well respected in that world.
Really?
Yes.
In the MMA world?
Yes.
He seems like a beast.
Literally, that's his name, Dan the Beast Severn.
There you go. Boom. I don't know shit about MMA. There you go.
Yeah.
But I do know. I've seen him fight. But usually, anytime I watch a UFC fight, it's because it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's like a free fight. It'll be like this week's free fight. So I'll just be like, and I'll click it because someone will be fighting that I care about, like Conor McGregor, who
Sure.
I just hear their name enough I want to see him fight. I don't care. There's something primal in us as humans where we like to watch a fight.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? We love to watch a fight. It's just something primal in us to watch two people who are trained beat the shit. And really, they don't even have to be trained. Two fucking drunk bums beating the fuck out of each other.
Yeah.
You're going to stop and watch.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I always hate when you see online when people are like, no one, everyone recording with their phones, no one walking up and breaking up. It's like, would you? Fuck no. I'm not going to break up a fight. I'm going to stand there and go, and if it's a good one, I'm going to go, boop,
yeah, man.
and
Like,
record that shit so I can watch it later while I'm taking a shit. It'll make me feel better about my day to see someone else getting their ass whooped.
dude, I love watching fight videos.
Yes.
Like, watching,
especially when it's two people willing.
my favorite videos online at all, like in general, are just like public freak out videos in general. And it's usually people like, my favorite are public freakouts, which are fights at fast food restaurants.
Yo, dude, those are great.
Every fight at a fast food restaurant is good. I don't care.
Especially, because fast food restaurants are the one place where, like, the employees strike back.
Yes.
Like, they don't give a fuck there. So when you start trashing shit there, someone hops over and, like, whoops your fucking ass.
Starts hitting you with a ladle or some shit.
Yeah, you have, and then all of a sudden, fucking 6 employees jump out and start jumping them right in the middle of the fucking restaurant. Like, it's chaos, bro.
There's this one video of this.
Waffle House is good for that shit.
There's this one video of this lady throwing shit at McDonald's, and the manager comes out, and it's this big lady. She's, big, like not only big this way, but like 6'6". You know what I mean? Like,
right.
She's enormous.
She's a force.
She comes out
like
and
a wildebeest.
and this girl is like a valley girl, like type of shit talker. Just she grabs her by the hair and like throws her in a booth. And just wails on her.
Punishes her.
I mean,
How dare you?
The girl's titty flops out, which
Nice.
is great.
Okay, right. Send
But
that link.
the girl like throws her out of the booth and just starts like whipping her around the restaurant and shit.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, the way she's manhandling her is like it's unlike anything you'll ever see again. Like, how do you not watch that?
Yeah, exactly. You've got to see someone getting their ass. It's just primal. So when I see that on YouTube, I'm gonna click on that and watch it.
You have
so
to.
that's where I know him from, Severn or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Watch Dan Severn's podcast.
All right.
All right. So Twisted.
I mean, what is it?
Rolling it out. Yeah. Guys, work on the new album. Give us some of that dope Twisted shit.
They're working on a new
Like,
rock album.
Fuck.
They did announce
I
that.
don't like Twisted's rock shit. I'm just keeping it. I mean, they do a good enough job. It's not. I'm not dissing like
not
their
for you.
ability to do an album. Yeah, I just don't like it.
No,
I
I
don't
got
like
it.
the sound, like the singing and all of that shit. It's just not for me, bro. And they do it. I like it when they do it with Twisted. When they do it for their hooks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like they'll do that. I'm walking up in the room and I got that gun, but and then all of a sudden, like the hook comes in and it'll be like, I feel so lonely.
Yeah.
I like that, but like when that's the whole album, not a fan, man. Not a fan. I'll be here when their next rap album comes out.
Yeah, I feel it.
The beat's dope.
I do like that beat. It's interesting.
Yeah, this is dope.
Yeah, he's spitting on this one. Going off. Spazzing, as the kids
That's
say.
like his delivery that I think is dope though, is when he like kind of bullhorns it.
He's like, it's not his. Hey,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And it,
His hello my baby voice
Yeah.
is
and he's not doing. He's like,
when I want to.
he also does the. And sometimes I've been rapping like this. Sometimes, like he's not doing that. It's like when he raps like that, it sounds like he's like doing it for real. Like I'm really rapping. This is my real fucking rap.
Right.
I'm trying to think of a song where he does like a.
Sometimes I just want. Yeah, I know what you're talking about though. And sometimes I just don't care when I'm fucked there.
Yeah, he's like, and I'll be a fat kid till the day I die. Like saying shit like that, you know.
And I'll be a fat kid till the day I die. He's not really a fat kid though. He's like a healthy thick.
Oh yeah, anymore he's not a fat kid. He can't even claim that.
Yeah, you can't claim that, you know. He'll always have love for fat kids. That's what all ex-fat kids say. I got love for fat kids. I still got love for fat kids. No, you're not fat though.
Nah, you got out of it, bro.
You got out of it, bro.
won.
You out of the gang, dog. You can't claim that shit no more,
You
bro.
out of the fat game, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's
we
like
know.
cultural appropriation.
Hey, bro, we know that blood sugar's low, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dog. We know you can get on a treadmill and last more than a minute. Get out of here, bro. You ain't really about that fat life, you know what I'm saying? I bet you get off the couch, you don't even need no help. if I hit the point where I cannot get out of the couch with help, yeah, that's
how you know.
that's your sign. When you have to do that, like, come here, like, oof. Ugh. I don't really like. It's okay. It's me. The beat's like a real simplistic kind of.
Yeah, that hook sucks. All right, that's all.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that one. Whack!
Hey, man.
Whack!
Wait,
This
this
sucks too because this has Insane E. in
I
it.
want to hear Insane E. That's literally all I care about. Oh, and Prozac.
What? Wow. This shit is whack, son, so far. I'll write it off. I'll give it a chance, but I don't like it so far. Corny.
I mean, I like hearing them rap on Mikey Clark beat. That's fun, but
I just don't like it.
this beat is not good though.
It's like a cornfield. Beat's got some little funky shit going on in the background. So it's an odd beat too.
Yeah, it's hard. That's hard to rap to.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Insane E? Here.
Pretty tight.
It's all right.
Pretty
It
tight.
sounded like he wasn't sure of himself the whole time.
Yeah. Pretty tight.
I could hear the imposter syndrome.
Please get our orders right when we ship them. Thank you. I hate this. I hate this hook, bro.
Yeah, this song kind
Now
of.
I can say I'm giving it a chance. I hate the hook. Oh no, he's doing his J-Frog. He's doing his J-Frog. Hold on, we need a sound effect.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime guy.
Wow. Ajax.
I don't like this. I don't like this song. It's like it sounds like alien music.
I don't like it. Yeah. It sounds like Cyberpunk asked them to make a song for the album, and then they got it back, and they were like, I don't like this. We're not going to. If that's the story for this, if they were like, we made this for the Cyberpunk soundtrack, and they didn't want it, I would get that.
Quit listening to that damn alien music.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Carver. Here in spirit, my brother.
All right, RC. Oh, here's from Stir. I mean, a blurb from Stir Crazy.
Right. Twisted has tons of legit, dope, unreleased shit that I heard or worked on that I always sit back and wonder why they don't release. Instead, they drop stuff like this.
Right.
We're with you. Right.
Like don't get me wrong. Like I said, this shit. It sounds like all B-sides, which is fine. But like I said, I'm not interested unless I hear the story about it. So.
But even Stir Crazy has said, like, he knows for a fact they have tight
doper
shit waiting.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Release that.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's all I'm saying.
maybe they're saving it because they're like, yo, we're making a Cryptic Collection 6. We're making it, and we need a little bit in the pocket of tightness. So
Yeah.
they'll just put 2 tight songs and then the rest, like, quickie shit.
Yeah. They probably have like reasons, like
This song, I don't like. I remember Jay gave me a line on that song and I used it. We can't use that.
I remember when I was recording this song, Jay walked through the next room and I saw him through the window. It just fucked up my flow. The demon ruined the song for me, so I don't want to fucking ever hear it again. Yeah. Or like, we couldn't clear the sample for this one right here. And then this one here, I wasn't a big fan of the chorus. And then this one here, Jay really fucking liked the drums on this one. Yeah. And right when I heard that, fuck this song.
I remember one time I played that song for Jay, and he said that was dope as hell.
Yeah.
Scrap it.
Done. Off. Goodbye. Don't get it twisted.
I love imagining their like process for picking their Cryptic Collection songs.
Right. No, we won't allow it. Please, Monoxide, this is one of the tightest songs you guys have ever fucking made. Trust me, bro. This shit would be so dope. I can even make a new beat for it. No.
He's like, do you know what pops into my head every time I hear that? Huh?
The laughing face of that fuck. That fucking fuck.
And then Stir Crazy's like, all right, bro.
Yeah, Stir Crazy's like, I just thought this beat worked really good. No, are you fucking crazy? Monoxide and I love how that version of Monoxide or Madrox, whichever we were doing, was exactly how Jay pictures them in his head. That's like the Jay version. Like, he sees them as like Jay will like stub his toe and be like, twisted. Like Monoxide's at his house going, he must have just stubbed his toe. I can feel it in the ether.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, this song sounds all right.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't get all the way through this. I know we had 2 weeks to prepare. I apologize. I've been listening to nothing but Buckshot.
No, I get it.
And I listened to Night Riders a couple times.
I've been listening to old 90s rap.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff from the 90s. Lately I've been on a kick of listening to like really popular like 90s hip hop songs.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, just like, I don't know. I've been on like a kick of like listening to a lot of 90s shit. And like there's a lot of good songs out there, like Souls of Mischief. I've been listening to some old Eminem stuff from like the first Slim Shady EP, some Meth and Red, just all the greats, you know what I mean? But yeah, just been into good nostalgia. I think it's dope to have good nostalgia for the days back in the 90s when shit was dope. But
preach.
Right. One day I want you guys to come back and watch this episode again.
Sharif said, gotta go, guys. Oh, all right. Thanks for joining us, bro. Yeah. I know the song was on there, but it was a different version. Let's see. Trying to catch up here. Solid Psycho, shout out. Aren't some of these songs from an EP they came out with on Don't Play This for Anyone that came with like a mystery box or something?
Yes, yes. In a way, I think they released each of these as like mini collections, and then this is just all of the mini EPs they released combined into one.
Well, they did leading up to Cryptic Collection 5. They released time capsules.
Yeah, I remember the time capsules.
But you're saying other than that, even this you're saying this is a collection of like some of their other little EPs that they've dropped over the years.
I think so. Well, I think it was just I was thinking of that.
Okay.
The alien boxes or the time capsules.
Yes.
I don't know why my brain was like alien boxes.
Yeah, so they were doing they released, as far as I know, I didn't pay attention after the first one because I don't like how they did this, but they were releasing it like 5 songs. This whole CD was released like 4 or 5 songs at a time.
Yeah.
through those time capsules. But prior to that, they existed elsewhere.
Church.
And that's what Solid Psycho is trying to tell us, is that there was an album called Don't Play This for Anyone that Twisted had that they gave out. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and Stir Crazy confirmed all of these songs have already dropped over the years in different formats.
Yeah.
So that's what I don't like about this album just in general. This isn't really a cryptic collection. These are just this is just like songs they made or
It's not cryptic. It is a collection, but it's not cryptic.
Yeah, it's not exactly. I feel like it's not really it's like if ICP released a Forgotten Freshness and it was all songs that they made within the last year.
Yeah.
That's not Forgotten Freshness. That's
feel
just
that.
scrapped scrapped stillness.
Like release those on a cryptic collection like 10 years from now.
Yeah, exactly,
That'll
right.
be interesting.
because then it will be a collection. It'll be something
But-
from that.
but
I
I
just
think-
feel like you're just giving us your scrap shit.
I think the idea though is like Twisted releases a lot of music that is independent of streaming. You know, through little singles and handouts or mystery
Mixtape
boxes.
style.
So I think this is probably their way of getting this shit all out there. But once again, calling it a cryptic collection to me implies that these were like scrapped from other projects.
I think it's just maybe that's just a juggalo in us,
Maybe-
thinking back to the first ones.
Yes.
And maybe they've changed the meaning of Cryptic Collection since then, but I always think of it as these are,
Yeah.
you know, our shit from the vault.
Right.
Let's pull some rare gems out of the vault that you haven't heard.
Because I think even Cryptic Collection 4 was like this too.
Yeah, it was.
Where it's
Yeah,
like
it
all
was
the
a lot
newer
more
shit.
newer shit. But which makes sense because
How
like
much
I
old
said,
shit do you have?
Yeah, when ICP released the first Forgotten Freshness, that was a decade plus into their career. You know what I mean? Twisted, on the other hand, released their first one like a couple of years after their inception as Twisted.
Yeah.
Now, granted, the first Cryptic Collection had some House of Crazy shit on it, and you know some of their older shit, but yeah, they released it I think just too quick. I think
But
it
that
was
said, Cryptic Collection rules.
yeah, 100%.
And Cryptic Collection 2 rules.
Yeah, but that was when they were in their peak. They were really fucking fighting to be dope. I think that they fight more at this point than ICP does. I think ICP phones it in more often.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. But they Twisted still phones it in every once in a while, which sucks. And I don't think back then they were phoning it in really ever.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I remember when a Psychopathic
They were
album,
hungrier.
Yeah, and I was a younger kid, and I was more in that mindset, that Juggalo mindset of like idolizing them. But still, I remember back then, every album that came out, like you were pretty sure it was going to be almost entirely dope.
Oh,
every
yeah.
one, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Blazy Dead Homie, One Less G in the Hood, and then Hatchet Warrior. And, we had all these albums that were dropping, and pretty much, literally, every album in that era that came out as a Juggalo was dope as fuck. It's not like we were getting albums where we're like, man, this one's okay. I think the first albums I even remember was Post Wraith.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, that was like the first time I remember albums coming out
Yeah.
from all of them.
Yeah, I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
I agree.
But up until I'd say like the Jekyll and the Wraith era, like they were dropping just fucking gems, dude. Every album they dropped was top tier. They were all fucking working at their best. They were all delivering their best.
So I don't know shit about this. Don't play this for anyone. But I was just looking it up on Genius.
Yeah.
It's like a full ass album.
Oh, word.
And it even
back.
It even says like it's actually done like Cryptic Collection style, where it actually says like what they were created for and shit.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I'll show the viewers what I'm looking at.
That's what we look.
This is like the cover for Don't Play This for Anyone, right?
Yeah.
It says April 20th, 2019. But look, like, yeah, it's like it says Anomaly, which is one of the songs on here.
Yeah.
What was supposed to be the first song ever created for Generation Nightmare. Anomaly now lives.
Now
features
features
Blaze. So my point is, this is this is kind of like a Cryptic Collection that they didn't call a Cryptic Collection.
Yeah.
Look, it's like 14 fucking tracks long.
Yeah.
I think some of these songs
Damn,
are
they
just
got
like little
they got
skits,
Shaggy 2 Dope on it.
but yeah, weird.
Not a big fan of when Jamie does sensual singing.
Yeah, this isn't great.
I like when he does his singing like that or whatever, but like once he gets like he tries to do you all emotional, that shit is trash.
Yeah, I agree. Where am I? All right, this is Mental Rabbit Hole. All right, let's move on from that.
Mental rabbit hole. I have those every fucking day.
I tried to warn you, FTC, Fritz the Cat mix.
Yep, Fritz the Cat.
I don't know what I tried to warn you is, but it must be a Twisted song.
They tried to. They're just letting you know. I tried to fucking.
They,
If you think this way, if you're like, this is whack, they're like, I tried to warn you.
all right, alien voice. Okay.
So, yeah.
Sounds like Knight Riders.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of. Right. Not far off.
I thought
But the choices of the instruments are very odd.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna rap.
I think
This
Fritz.
shit sucks.
I think Fritz does the best with which they're like his Mikey Clark.
Yeah.
But this sucks. Yeah,
yeah, this song sucks. I don't think it's Fritz's fault. I think this song just sucks.
No, the beat's pretty whack. I'm just keeping it real. Like, there's just too much going on in the beat. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. There's just too much. It's all over the place. You got trumpets and fucking alien sounds and fucking like synth. Like, there's just too much.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
All right, we all know this.
Yeah, of course. This is a very popular Twisted song.
You know of this version?
No, I don't know this song. I know How Does It Feel? Buying drugs in church. That's dedication. Like, hey man, let me get some heroin. He's like, all right, yeah, bet, I got you. What are you looking for? Like a 40? All right, good shit. Hey, meet me at New Life Temple on North High. Wait. He said New Life Temple. Yeah, New Life Temple, man. Meet me. I'll be when you walk in, look to the right. I'll be on like the third pew in with my grandma. Just come up, sit next to me, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna slide you a hymnal book. Open it up to page 69, and your shit'll be in there.
It's funny. So yes, he finished the verse though, right?
Yeah. Right.
Finally finished it.
Oh, okay. It doesn't like cut out or
Yeah.
something like automatically on the album. Yeah. I laugh. I work with a guy that has that kind of laugh. Yeah, where they smack themselves every time they laugh. They're like, it just depends what the scenario where they slap themselves. So if it's something they've done wrong, they'll be like, "Ah, I could have unlocked the door. But anytime they tell a good joke, they'll say like, I told her you gotta wing it. Then it's the leg, and then it's the chest. Anytime someone does like something stupid, it's like, I tell you, he doesn't have all the screws. Yeah, fuck that guy. I remember because Carver worked at my job for a little bit, and he went in my office and saw that we had I had like ICP and Deck One Dealt shit up. And like his instinct was, he was like, dude, they better not fucking find out about that. He's like, if they find out about the podcast, they'll fucking fire you. And
These days, man.
yeah, I told him, I was like, no, I don't have anything to worry about. But that guy that I'm talking about with the ha-ha, if he discovered it, yeah, it would be a problem.
Now
That
he's gonna
guy's a
find out you
dweeb.
made fun of
That
him.
guy's a dweeb. Fuck you.
Wow.
If you're ever watching this,
Wow, dude. Don't.
fuck you,
don't,
Sean.
Don't.
Say his name.
Quit.
Say his name. I don't care. Dude, they're never gonna. That's another thing I had to tell Carver. I was like, look, they don't take anything on that wall seriously. I guarantee if they look up and see Deck One Dealt, they'd be like, another stupid fucking Juggalo band Chris
Yeah.
likes. They know I'm a Juggalo. They'll like poke fun. They'll be like, when's your festival? And like it'll be like two of them standing like, when's your festival? Oh, is it gonna be crazy? Do you paint your face? Yeah. Sometimes, I didn't paint my face last year. I probably won't paint my face this year. It's hot. You know what I mean? It can get hot. Oh, yeah. Do you guys, is there a drug bridge? I mean, people are doing drugs. It's a festival. Is there like
There
a sex
is a bridge.
Is there like a sex bridge?
You
Like-
just tell them yeah. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. No, I do. I embellish.
act like it's no thing.
I say
Just
it's
like,
the
yeah.
wildest. I say it's the wildest fucking experience you'll ever have in your life. It's just pure debauchery. I can't talk about the things that I do
Yeah.
there. And they're
Yeah.
like, "Wow, that's fucking crazy."
That's how you should talk to people about
That's
the gap.
crazy, man. Wow.
Like,
And then I tell them this year, I'm like, I'm going to Camp Zool, and they're like, Camp Zool, and I'm like, yeah, it's like the satanic.
yeah, it's for the satanic.
It's like the
juggalos.
satan. They're like these satanic rappers. They're pretty cool, man.
Yeah. You know, like ICP is for God, where Camp Zool is for the devil,
Right.
and that's why I'm going.
We just bathe in blood. That's not from what I understand.
Mean,
from what I hear from people, that's
People
not
like,
a huge.
do they bathe in blood there? You're like, well, I mean, it's only from like 2 to 4 on Sunday.
right. Only during one show, but yeah, we do bathe in blood.
Only during
yeah.
the bloodbath on 2 to 4.
Yeah. It's an event. Yeah, there is. You don't have to go to the bloodbath.
Yeah.
It's voluntary.
Is there like a ritualistic sacrifice?
It's crazy though, because like if you leave certain parts out and you do explain Camp Zool accurately, it does. Well, yeah, you go, you can get like nice food, drinks, shit like that. You're hanging out with people and just kind of kicking it. They have like a bunch of concerts at night. You get to see a bunch of like underground like legends perform, so that's a lot of fun. And then like people will get buried alive, and you'll get locked up in these. Like random people will get pulled aside and they'll be locked up in like torture devices, and sometimes they'll pour like blood on them. It's real blood. They'll pour it on over their head. I think it's pig blood or something. But anyway, they'll pour that over their head, and like sometimes you'll see a van come up with some of the rappers. They'll abduct people and just take them off into another area. You won't see them again for like a full day. It's a good time. Oh, and you can buy shirts.
And they're just standing there like,
yeah, they're like, oh yeah, this is
okay, have fun.
fun.
What if they're like, wow, can I come? Oops, not this song. Hey, this song isn't on here. Get off of here. This song's too sweet to be on here.
Right.
That song rules. All right. Well, we didn't even listen to that last song, but it sounded really weird.
Psychomania.
Let me just go back for a second.
Yeah, it was hype.
Was it?
A lot of energy.
No, not this song. Not this song.
Oh, what?
Not this song. This song.
Oh. Oh yeah, right. This is. Yeah. Turn it to 10. That's the song. They're like, hey, Twisted, turn it to 10. Not 10 in quality, but just speed.
This song's bad.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Like I said, this is not their greatest album release, but they kind of get the pass because they called it Cryptic Collection.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thinking behind it. It's like, hey, guys, this is just Cryptic Collection, guys. Okay, this isn't an actual album.
Yeah,
And
don't worry about it.
yeah, you can't get that. You're like, this sucks. And they're like, guys, this is not a real album.
Don't worry, it's not the one we put a bunch of time into.
We've got it covered. We'll give you guys a dope album next time, right? Madrox.
Is that supposed to be monoxide?
That was Monoxide, yeah. That was my Monoxide.
My Madrox, all you gotta do for Madrox is plug your nose and talk like kind of like you're a robot.
With Madrox, you just talk, but make sure you rhyme incrementally. So you go like,
Man, I'm really hungry. I wish I had some food to put in my tummy. After this, maybe I'll go to Sheetz and grab a sandwich. God damn it. I can't stand it.
All right, Wayne, let's wrap it up. You ready?
yeah, let's do it.
Did you have anything else?
I don't think. I guarantee there's something that we're forgetting. Guaranteed.
Let's see. We hit all the beats. We dissed Ouija. We dissed and loved on Twisted.
We hit some sound effects.
Listen to that damn alien
We made fun of
music.
Violent J.
Wicked clown style.
What more? What more do you want from us, y'all?
Right.
They stink, they blow, they suck.
All right. Well,
They look like monsters.
come back next week when we talk to Buckshot.
Right.
If you have-
And that's a fucking big one,
If
man.
you have questions for Buckshot, please submit them.
Please.
Join the Discord, which we call the Buckfucks. Where
The
we do-
Buckfucks.
We do spend most of our time worshiping our Lord and Savior. Amen. Whoop whoop and amen.
Yes, we'll put on, man. Thank you, Buck. You are the fucking man. Thank you for grace. I'm about to cry. Just
I know,
cut it.
man. I can't
cut
wait.
it.
I know. All right. Well, you got to shut
But no, this is going to be hype as fuck, man. So join us next week. You will see the ads for it and everything on socials. Sorry, we've been chilling on socials and shit. We've been working hard on projects.
Okay, we got shit coming. Shuffle the fuck up
Dope
on out of
shit.
here.
Right.
Yes, say
Yes.
slide into that.
Month of
You
Zool.
gotta say slide into that.
Oh, so let's slide this one back into the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yes, we hit Cody Manson beginning of the video.
Yeah.
It's a long cover edge.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.